Welcome back. Thank you so much for joining us. You're watching 726 right here in Mountain Home, Arkansas. And if you'd like to be a guest on... You okay?
Oh, well, sorry. I see myself and go, whoo, I'm burning up. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. You go right ahead. It's just Sandra over here, folks.
Me, folks.
She's just her. Anyway, if you'd like to be a guest on the show, it's very easy to do. You can give us a call at our studios here at 870-424-6957, or you can drop by our offices at 1226 Commerce Drive in Mountain Home, Arkansas, or you can get on the internet at hometowntv.net. Send us a quick email and tell us what you'd like to feature, and we'll be glad to get in contact with you back and hopefully feature you on one of the segments later on in the year. And just like we do every year, we're inviting back Bud Zorman and his students. Thanks so much for being here. Now, you talked to us last year about this reenactment. And for those people that didn't see the show last year, kind of give us an idea of how that started and maybe some background information on that.
Well, we do two things every year this time of the year. One is our Veterans Program, where we like to invite all the local veterans. And this year's program is on November the 3rd. And we conduct that every year at the Mountain Home Junior High School right near the flagpole. It's an opportunity for the students to meet some of the local veterans and to get an opportunity to learn the difference between Memorial Day and Veterans Day, and they learn about the flag, and they get to experience some things that normally they would not, things that are not in the textbook.
Yeah.
The reenactment is scheduled for November 17th, and that also is on the junior high campus.
So you do an event before,
yes, sir,
a
we
weekend,
do
and a week
the Veterans
after.
On the 3rd, and the reenactment on the 17th.
Yeah.
And the kids create their own costumes, and they create their own script in terms of the battle, and we have horses and cannons, and it's just a really good time. I think it's great because the kids get a chance to get outside of the book and get an opportunity to experience history.
And they can do it all on their own.
They do it.
Do they have direction, or
I give them some direction, some guidance, and things like that. We kind of draw straws, if you will. Actually, I went down the line. I said, "Red coat, Patriot. Red coat, Patriot," and so they didn't get a lot of choice in that matter.
Yeah.
We have a drum and fife corps with some original music that's used, and it's actually overall it's a very interesting program. The kids do a great job with it every year. This will be our 4th annual event. And I just look forward to it every year. This was a greght time of the year.
Do you find that the kids learn more? Maybe I should ask some of the...
I think you ought to ask.
Could you introduce who you get?
Yeah, I will. I'd love to. Of course, I have about 60 pre-AP advanced American history students every year on average, and all of them are just outstanding young people, very smart, dedicated, hardworking. With me today, I have 3 that I'm fortunate to have here with me today, honored to have here actually. This is John Taylor Novak, and here I have Nikki Sarmer, and this is, what's your name, honey? Oh, this is Erin Blair.
Erin Blair.
I'm just teasing her. She knows I know her.
Erin's the Maria I was talking
about. Yes,
and
Erin actually will be, along with a couple of other young ladies, are working on a very interesting arrangement of the national anthem for our Veterans Program. And a very, very talented lady here behind me. Very talented.
Nice. I was going to ask, maybe any of the students here can answer the question, how is it different when you have to do this project physically versus reading facts in a book?
Well, it kind of like forces us to look past what's in the textbook and really like analyze things and understand why they happened and what did happen versus just hearing what he says in class and then taking a test over it and forgetting it. Like, we actually learn it and we like feel it.
Do you have to get into the heads of the patriots in that time period does it make you understand their position a little more?
I think we understand that a little more, and like we kind of understand our history better. I think once we do it, we feel like we've been there, and we understand why they did, why, the Patriots won and why all that happened.
Yeah.
Now, are you a Patriot or a red coat, you 3?
I'm a Patriot.
You're a Patriot.
I'm a red coat.
Oh, you're a red coat. Oh, you guys stuck being a Brit, huh? How about
and
you?
I'm a red coat.
Oh, and you're a red. And you guys created your own costumes, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So, I mean, how complicated is that?
Pretty complicated. I searched for a pair of pants for probably the last 3 weeks, and I finally found a pair. So,
So you're really excited about that?
Most definitely.
Now, what about, you said a script? So they script out the battle?
Pretty much. We'll have a committee here as we get a little bit closer, and they'll get an opportunity. We don't put on any necessarily particular battle. It's just a Revolutionary War battle, and the British will line up in the traditional British line, and the Patriots, of course, we're going to introduce something brand new during the Revolutionary War, and that, of course, will, thank you to the Nathaniel Green and the Green Mountain Boys of Vermont, we're going to introduce for the first time in American history a little guerrilla warfare, and so the Patriots will get an opportunity to perceive the battle from that perspective.
Yeah.
So.
Do the Brits run pell-mell away after they?
No, actually, I can't tell you the ending of the story, otherwise you wouldn't read the book.
Yeah.
So all this is based on actual strategy and hard data that you guys study in class.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, interesting. Well, let's talk about the veterans event again, and that you said that's any veteran can participate in that.
Well, we'd like to invite all veterans of the community to come. The first year we started with 21. The second year we had 33, and last year we did much better with 44. And this year, of course, our key speaker is going to be Senator Johnny Key. Will be there. Of course, our own administration. I have 33 young people that are involved in this program, doing something from parking veterans to setting up the sound system and maintaining it, to a reading part, a singing part, folding the flag, color guard, whatever. The American Legion will be there to provide the 21-gun salute, their ceremonial rifle team. We have a couple of our students that research the music and have been practicing and preparing to play dueling taps.
Wow.
And overall, it's just a great program.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned folding the flag. I think one year you were on here, you said that you took a special effort to teach the children, your students, I guess you're not children anymore, you're adults practically, the respect for the flag, because people really don't understand sometimes today how
I think
to
you
take
might
care
ask
of
the
an
students
American
what our mottos in class are and let them tell you what they think about it.
Okay, Mr. Novak, what's your motto in class?
Freedom is not free is one of them, and that means that anybody who goes to war will have to make a sacrifice in order to gain the freedom that we have in our country today.
So this event helps you have a little bit more understanding of that, even though there'll be fake bullets technically flying. It's yeah.
And then another one is remember the fallen, which is basically, remember that those people died for us for our freedom, and, honor them and don't forget that they did that and never be ungrateful for it.
Wonderful.
Exactly.
And another would be understand the values of freedom, and to me that means that freedom isn't just having your own rights. It's also being able to make your own decisions, and also you have to honor those who have fought for our freedoms. Like John Taylor said, that they are making sacrifices overseas for our freedoms here.
Do you draw any parallels to the current day, like local headline news where people are protesting against Wall Street and that kind of thing? Is that part of class curriculum too, or not?
Well, later in our studies, we'll look at that most certainly.
Yeah.
Not always does our administration make popular choices.
Okay.
Nor do they make, perhaps in many Americans' eyes, the right choice.
Right.
But I try and give both sides of the coin to my students and allow them to set back, especially when it comes to things like our number one responsibility as a citizen is to get out and get off the couch and vote.
Right.
And without that, the democratic process doesn't function in the way it's designed to function. And I teach that to the students, that it's important for them to not necessarily vote party lines, but for them to know the candidates, to know the important issues at hand, to become a well-informed voter, and to go out and exercise that right to vote. I think that's important.
Yeah.
I think that what we do in class is an extension of what we learn in the textbook, from the Veterans Program to the reenactment. Later in the spring, we'll have a flag retirement ceremony where we teach the students how to properly retire an unserviceable American flag. Last year, we had banks and everything included. We retired 50 flags last year at Mountain Home Junior High School alone. Quite impressive. And our students do this. They learn this stuff. They get an opportunity to actually do it, not just read about it. Also, these students also spend time volunteering in the community. And I give them class credit for that, because they're our future. Not me, not you. They are.
Yeah. Wow, it's nice to see that interaction, because it's evident out in the community. And not every class is built like that, or not every curriculum is focused on that, and it's a refreshing to see that.
Thank you.
Let's talk again about the dates again of the 2 events. You've got one before.
Mr. Novak, you want to tell him?
The veterans ceremony will be on November 3rd, and then the Revolutionary War reenactment will be on November the 17th.
And the place of?
The junior high.
The event? Okay, the junior high.
What time? They're in the middle of the day, correct?
No, the Veterans Program will begin at 9 a.m.
9 a.m.
And it will be right by the flagpole. You can't miss it.
Yeah.
The students have built, and I have built 250 of the little white crosses. And what we've done is we've made a display there. We have a giant cross made out of the smaller crosses. We have outlined the cross with little American flags. A lot of the kids got together and created a silhouette of the soldier kneeling at the cross with his weapon and his helmet in his hand. And it's beautiful. And our art kids have done digital camo paint on it. And it's just really amazing. If you actually looked across at it, you would swear that it was a live person. It looks really that good.
Yeah.
And all of that in combination with one another is I think, very important for the kids. We're going to get a chance for them to meet some of the local veterans. And we learn that in class as well. We put together a binder. Baxter Bulletin's doing a great thing, I think, right now with the focus on our military heroes, where they do the military stories, and we keep those, and I laminate those, and we've made a binder out of those. So when we get there, these young people can learn about some of our local heroes, to include having some of them even come in and speak. And I like to say that our special guest this year, and many people in the viewing community I know him, and that's Mr. Charles Jackson. And most of them know him from Jackson Reynolds. And Mr. Jackson, a lot of people are not aware, is a World War II veteran of Iwo Jima. And he will be our special guest this year, and we will do the flag presentation to him. And so he was gracious enough to accept that. And so we're looking forward to that.
Well, good luck with that.
Wonderful.
Thank y'all so much for coming. Can you give me the dates one more time so the people just walking in the room may know?
November 3rd is the Veterans Memorial, and November 17th is the Revolutionary War reenactment.
All right.
Okay.
And that's at the junior high.
Yes, sir.
Thank y'all so much for being here.
And the public is invited,
Yes,
especially
absolutely.
veterans.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Most definitely so. We'll have reserved parking right there in the front. The teachers are going to park in a different parking lot that morning. And so I'll have some students out there to escort veterans, and they'll have a logbook to sign in, and they'll get a program and a little American flag, and I have young ladies that will escort them to their seat, and I think it's going to be just a wonderful affair.
Wonderful.
Well, thanks for being here.
Fantastic.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Up next, we have Phil Wiles and also Morgan Walton with the Ozark Wood Turners. Stay with us.